What we'll do is we'll start with our first topic, or let me just give you a brief idea about I'll share the screen. So is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
This is what I have shared with you all. Okay. The objective of sharing this was so that at least we are aware of exactly where all you see operations research getting applied. Now, let me tell you very clearly that operations management and operations research, these are not subjects which are only just related to production. These are subjects which are related to how an activity or a task or any work, okay, can be done in the best way possible. Okay, so some background, okay, and it is majorly about decision making. That means under situations, how do you and what kind of decisions you are expected to make and how do you go about it. It's always better to make informed decisions, but there are situations wherein you may not be able to make informed decision. Then what do you do? Okay, so still how do you go about it? So some statistics which we use, some tools which we use is one is statistics that you guys have already gone through, wherein you would have talked about correlation, regression, correct? ANOVA, mean, median, mode, that is central tendency. अभी उसका सबका examples application point of view से अगर आप देखोगे, so it would be like, see, if I am a tailor, okay, and I have received an order from, say, a school or a college to make multiple t-shirts to make t-shirts for their students. एक ही type का, same design for all of them. Now, the sizes will be different. Now, how do I decide what size I should prepare? ठीक है, एक तरीका है मैं पूरा का पूरा सबका हर एक का इंडिविजुअल measurements लूंगा and I will work around that way. The other way is I will make only few sizes so that it fits all. जैसे आपका टी शर्ट्स अभी आजकल क्या क्या साइजेस में आता है? It comes as small, medium, large, XL, double XL, correct? So instead of अगर एक क्लास में 30 लोग हैं तो 30 t-shirts of different sizes बनाने की जगह पर I can only just make 4 sizes. So how do I decide which size to make more and how much? Okay, so those kind of things can be easily addressed using statistics. It's a wonderful tool. What majorly here we are going to talk about would be optimization. Okay, when we say optimization, optimization doesn't mean the least cost. Okay, it is about trade-off between the best possible, not just the least cost. Okay, so we'll see exactly how do we go about and resource utilization. So how do you go about making decisions? So this is how we define it. Initially you have to understand what the problem is. Now whenever you come across case studies, you would have seen उसमें आपको प्रॉब्लम दिख रहा होता है या सिम्टम दिख रहा होता है. If a company is losing business, market share lose कर रहा है, what do you say? Is that a problem or it's a symptom?
Symptoms.
Yes. Anybody?
So that's a symptom.
That's a symptom. Very good. So whenever you come across a situation, you are supposed to answer only just these two questions, whether it's a problem or it's a symptom. Okay. And if you start treating a symptom, okay, the problem will still remain. So now, what could be the problem when we say the company is losing market share? Okay. Okay. There is another competitor which has come into the market and he is gaining more market share. Now, is that also a problem or it's a symptom?
That is a problem.
Problem.
That's a problem.
Problem, sir.
That's a
Okay.
problem for my company.
Perfect. That's a problem for your company. In reality, it's not a problem, it's a symptom. Now, the problem is why my customers are switching over. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
See, this is how we normally fall prey to start diagnosing the symptoms. Problem is something else. Okay. Now, if my customer is switching over, if my customer is preferring the other competitor, that means there is something which I am not able to address in terms of my customer's requirements. Either his requirements have changed or the other person is offering something which I am not offering. Correct? That means my product or my service delivery has a problem. Clear?
Yes, sir.
हाँ? So अभी आगे आप कभी भी whenever you come across any case, any case study or a situation, always ask yourself the question why. Why will this question why will always help you in actually tracing back to the problem. If I say I'm losing market share, why? Because the competitor is offering something and my customers are preferring it. Why my customers are preferring his product? Because there is a lapse or there is a gap in terms of my product offering or my service offering. Now, why there is a gap? Now, when I ask this question, why again, this will lead me to the problem. Either my product is expensive. Now, when I say that my product is expensive, is that a problem or it's a symptom?
Sir, problem.
Okay.
So it's a
Who was
symptom.
that? Jasleen.
Sir, Jensen.
Sorry. Okay. Jensen. What about others? What do you think?
It's a symptom.
Ridhima, symptom. Very good, Ridhima. Why do you feel that it's a symptom?
So because my price of my product can be expensive because of a lot of other things. So it could be because my production process is not efficient. So that is my problem.
Very good.
Because
Very
of
good.
which
Very
the
good.
symptom is high price.
So that means I should ask why again. Why my product is expensive? This will actually help me in reaching up to the problem. Okay. Are we clear? I'm happy that Jensen, she tried. Okay. एक बात आपको बताता हूँ. The only person who tries can be corrected. Others who keep mum cannot be corrected. So you will go with your own doubts. And if you go with your own doubts, there is no learning there. Fine. Okay. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I should have done that. I don't think I need to say my name is Hirendra Soni. That is definitely known because you would have seen it there in the timetable. Fine. So should not be talking about that. But majorly my background. Okay. Approximately 13 years of industrial experience. That is from where I started. Basically, graduation into instrumentation engineering. Then started my career into IT for around 3.5 years. Worked on mainframes, wherein the project that I was working upon was online production support for General Motors. So even way back then, 1997, 98, okay, things were quite automated when we talk about General Motors, company like General Motors. So we used to handle around 17 plants of theirs from here in Mumbai itself. Okay, so that is from where I started my career. Now I could have seen it as say IT, because that was the time when Y2K was very much in flow, and everybody was being pulled up for Y2K. आप इंजीनियर हो, चल ठीक है, IT में रेड कार्पेट वेलकम था. Now, why engineer hai or still red carpet welcome? The reason was pretty simple. Okay, engineers लोगों को ठोक पीट के कहीं पे भी डाला जा सकता है. So does that says कि बाकी लोगों को नहीं किया जा सकता है? No, it's not so. Okay, so चीज ये होता है कि हैंड होल्डिंग इंजीनियरिंग में पहले से ही बहुत कम होती है, तो सेल्फ मोड पे चलने की आदत हो जाती है लोगों की, एंड रगड़ रगड़ के अपने आप सब कुछ कर लेते हैं. So that is one of the attitude traits which is very much required, and the way things have changed today, I think the same attitude will be the front runner. Okay, because now people want companies want people who are multi-talented and should be ready to take challenges. तो उस हिसाब से चीजें चलेंगी. So I would request you all also to prepare yourself accordingly. After that, I did my MBA from JBIMS, and post that I started taking some visiting sessions with some of the institutes, and that is where I started getting liking for teaching. That time I was an executive assistant to the CEO. So after my IT tenure, I moved over to sales, marketing, business development. Product development was also one of the forte which I handled along with business development. So I was responsible for one of the business verticals which our company was handling. And along with that, an additional responsibility of EA to the CEO, executive assistant to the CEO. So that's how my career graph went. And इससे ज्यादा मेरे ख्याल से अभी आप लोग समझ के भी कोई मतलब नहीं है. Important is what I share. So my experience. कहीं पर कुछ अच्छे भी experience है, कहीं पर कुछ बुरे experience भी हैं, and without any biasness, I will be sharing both the experiences, अच्छे भी बुरे भी. Okay, but I feel the experiences which pull you down, or rather which hurt you more badly, are the experience which actually teach you. Okay, so I feel I'll be sharing more of them because they are your learnings. They contribute to your learnings. So that is what we'll actually see as we move forward. और कहीं पर अगर आपको कुछ लगता है, you need to know more, please do let me know. After that, since the last around 10 years, I'm into teaching only now. So अभी बस सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स को गाइड करने का ही काम कर रहा हूँ. दूसरा कुछ इंडस्ट्रियल फ्रेंड्स हैं जो कभी कभी हम लोग बैठ करके कुछ कुछ सिचुएशंस वगैरह डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. सो दैट इज वन एंड अनदर एरिया वेयर, बट नो प्रोफेशनल दिस थिंग, मतलब मॉनिटरी उसमें नहीं करता हूँ, बिकॉज आई फील मॉनिटरी उसमें आकर के आप कुछ ज्यादा ही कमर्शियल हो जाते हो. सो दोस्त हैं तो दोस्तों के साथ में मॉनिटरी हिसाब नहीं रखना चाहिए. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज. ओके, सो थोड़ा सा है, चैलेंज है विथ माय कैमरा, वो बीच बीच में झटके खाता रहता है. लकीली आज चालू है. ठीक है, फाइन. सो I'll just show you exactly. This is how you work around with situations. Okay, first question is always to ask whether it's a symptom or it's a problem. Okay, till the time you have not reached the problem, don't define it, don't consider it, keep on asking question why. Normally people look at it as 5 why system or 7 why system. 5 बार आप why 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 पूछोगे तो you normally reach to the problem. Okay, so after defining the problem, identify the possible solutions, define what are your criteria based on which you will. So कुछ criteria आपके होते हैं, जैसे cost orientation होता है, कि भाई जो भी solution implement कर रहा हूँ उसमें cost सबसे कम से कम लगनी चाहिए. Some of you are already having some experience also. Can somebody please share what happened when you gave some suggestion to the management or to your boss? Were those suggestions picked up? If yes, why? And if no, why they were not picked up? Can somebody please share? Nobody wants to? Nobody wants to share their experience? कुछ लोगों ने बताया भी था ना कि they have some experience, correct? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. We have around 8 people who have experience. लॉगिन करके भाग लिए क्या? Okay, can I ask the people who have some experience of working with a corporate to raise their hands? Nobody? Shraddha, Neha, Yadnesh. What about another 4? Five actually. हाँ, 4 लोग हो गए और 4 लोग बाकी है. Rani. Who are the other 4? Shraddha?
Yes, sir.
How many years of experience do you have?
2, sir.
Okay, Shraddha, I believe there would have been situation wherein you would have been asked, or rather you gave some suggestion, and what happened after that? Was the suggestion picked up or?
Sir, not very. It was picked up, but gradually, because while I entered the industry, I was just a fresher, so the suggestions weren't very well thought. So they were picked up, but gradually, after giving a well thought planning and everything.
Okay, what was the reason for picking up the suggestion? What do you feel?
So maybe because the suggestion was relevant to the problem.
Okay, okay, okay. Neha, same question to you.
Yes, sir. So when I joined the Triumph showroom, they didn't have a proper what I say like the proper order of the work. So
Mm-hmm.
we executive only used to do a lot of work with the RTO and everything. So it used to get messed up, and then customer used to get very angry on us because we never used to deliver our bikes or other things properly. So
Hmm.
they asked us what we can do. So we told them that please segregate this work and make a proper plan so that we don't have a lot of work and then we can do our part properly. So that was our suggestion, but we didn't give them any plan. We just told them that we need this. Then they worked out for us, and later on it was like well planned, and then we used to do only our part of work, and everything was better after this.
Okay, Neha, the suggestion that you gave, was it involving any cost implication?
Yes, sir, because they had to hire RTO agents who can do that work.
So were they comfortable going with that?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. ठीक है. Vidnesh.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yadnesh, sorry, Yadnesh.
Yes, yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Yadnesh.
Yes, yes. My suggestions were used to picked up by management because my work is to handle vendors and giving advice to them. And my suggestion were mostly part of to how to control TAT and all. So my suggestion were used to pick up because it was
Okay.
relevant to the problem. Yeah.
Okay. Prani.
Yes, sir. My suggestion was related to the process improvement technique. So we gave various suggestions. But being a fresher, my idea was not pick up as I didn't have any internal knowledge about the process. So
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. But my only request is, rather than me pinpointing people, I would suggest you guys to be a bit participative so that we can make the maximum of the session the time that we spend in the session, correct? So, okay. My experience is the suggestions, whatever that we provide, the suggestion which has least cost implication, least cost implication and more returns possibility are the ones which are picked up. Now you start looking at whatever suggestions were picked up by the corporates, the suggestions given by you, and your bosses would have taken up a couple of them and would have not taken some of them. Why? Okay, so this gives the answer to that. Okay, so यहाँ पर this is what actually comes up. So you have criterias, and based on those criterias you evaluate the alternatives and then choose the most appropriate one. That is the point where you take actual decision. So this entire thing is your decision making process. After that, when we talk about your implementation of your decision and then evaluation of your results, that talks about your problem solving. Okay, so I have already shared these documents with you. Actually decision making is in two parts. One is structuring the problem, and second is analyzing the problem. Okay, so when we structure the problem, that is the time when we are only just talking about defining the problem, identifying the alternatives, and then determining the criteria based on which the alternatives would be evaluated. And analyzing the problem is done in two parts. One is quantitative analysis as well as qualitative analysis. Then whatever analysis that you get, the outcome of those analysis is summarized and evaluated, and based on that appropriate decision is taken up. Okay, so these are the application areas which I have already shared with you all. So एक बार go through कर लीजिएगा. Fine.